Hi everyone, how are you doing today? Today is October 16th of 2020. Halfway through the month. Seems kind of crazy, doesn't it? Sure does to me. It's just moving really fast. So I'm so glad you're here today. We're going to make some really cute cards today with the Have a Hoot bundle. And if you're following along in your catalog, it's on page 62 of the Holiday Mini. We like to call it, but the mini catalog this year, August to December. So hi Francis. I hope that you enjoy the cards. I've got a cute thank you gift as well that will go out this weekend for everybody who orders more than $35. So you'll get the card packet, you'll get the thank you gift and all that good stuff. Today is the last day to sign up for my basically retreat in a box. Put it up this way for you. Everything comes right to your doorstep. Over $50 of product, and you'll make 20 cards. You'll have everything you need. You don't even need to pull your stamps out unless you'd like to decorate the inside or your envelopes. But the envelopes already have really pretty red foil embossing on them, and 20 different cards. One way to get some cards really great and quick for your Christmas sending. So I've got, remember, that's also the same event where you get this cute tote bag that says Creative Chick on it. So today's the last day. I have 4 boxes left. So they're gonna ship out on Monday, October 26th, and you'll have them, you'll have a little bit of time. Full tutorial will come with those cards, of course. Some pillow gifts, treats, you know how it goes. Anyway, take a peek and send me a message. If you can't find the link, I'm happy to send it to you. And I'd love for those last 4 boxes to go out to some of you guys who are watching me on Fridays. So thank you. Hey Linda, hey Denise. Thanks for joining today. I also want to talk about we just have 2 weeks left. So 2 weeks left in the month means 2 weeks left to order your designer paper at 15% off. So that is a huge deal. The designer paper we're using today is Artistry Blooms from the annual catalog, and it's on sale for 15% off. I think it's in the US $9.78, I believe, is the sale price. So order some of those this weekend and you'll get today's class kit for free. I'll ship that out to you. Isn't this cute? Gingerbread men. So this is Jolly Gingerbread is the name of our next paper pumpkin kit. So we are in the ordering processing for this, and it will close November 10th and then ship out mid-November. So it looks like you can make 15 gingerbread themed gift card carriers and envelopes. So I think that will be fun because we always need gift card holders for the holidays, right? So it sounds really cute. Can't wait to see it. So if you're not a subscriber of my Paper Pumpkin, please go to paperpumpkin.com and sign up. You can subscribe. You'll get a really cute project kit every month. And the last Wednesday of every month, I do a Facebook Live right here at 6 p.m. Arizona time. So currently 9 p.m. Eastern, and I show you some alternative projects. The last 3 or 4 months, I've been doing a scrapbook page and an alternative project as well, 3D types. So we'll see. I don't know really what they are until they arrive, and then I just kind of figure out what I can come up with. So it's lots of fun. So I hope you'll join me for that. Okay. Thanks again for watching, you guys, and thanks if you're watching the replay as well. I'm gonna flip my phone down and take a peek at this gorgeous Artistry Blooms paper. It doesn't scream Halloween, so I'm excited to show you what I'm doing with it today. Hang on just a sec. Here we go. Isn't that cute? This paper is so bold and bright. Many of you know me well, and you know that is my favorite kind of paper or project to make. So anything with these bright colors, I love. Today, we're going to use this paper and even this paper down here. And the neat thing about the 12 by 12 sheet is you can see that it's so is variegated the right word? But it's very abstract. So it just is like a watercolor. It just shifts from one color to the next. And so it's not a solid sheet of exactly what you see here. So you'll see lighter and darker shades throughout that whole 12 by 12. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so let me show you what we're gonna make. We're gonna use the Have a Hoot bundle, and that's the Have a Hoot stamp set and the HOOT dies. So here's the stamp set and the dies, obviously. These dies are so cute. This is one die, so you can use it as one, but obviously you can just use it and cut out a section here if you want just a tag. And then the shape dies coordinate with the different stamped images. And again, there's lots of fun sentiments. So in my book, that is an awesome stamp set when it has a little bit of both. So we're gonna use that today as well. All right, we're also, let me show you a few other things. So we're gonna use the Cobwebs 3D embossing folder from the mini as well. So that's really cool. And I just love these playful alphabet dies. Look at all the letters. So we're using those to spell out the word boo. And we're using the sweet silhouette dies because I wanted to get this tree in there. So we're using part of this tree in black. Makes it kind of spooky for Halloween. And our thank you gift uses the celebration labels dies. So lots of different pieces this week. All right, are you ready to see? Here's our two cards. Aren't they cute? So this one says Have a Hoot on Halloween. And do you guys remember that commercial? I'm really dating myself. I think it was from the 70s. Have a hoot, don't pollute. So that's what I've been kind of saying all week long as I've been playing with this bundle. Have a hoot, don't pollute. The die set with the HOOT dies has a little spider web, so that's where that came from. So we're gonna make that, and then we're gonna make this one first. And I wanted to show you because I've used the embossing folder, I've used that one tag die all at once, so I'll show you how I did that. And then look at these cute letters. These are made using the adhesive sheets, so I really wanted to show you how I did that so that you can do those at home. Those adhesive sheets are really fun. So, so let's get started. Let's do this one first. So what I wanted to show you, let's see, I can see one of my lights is in the way. Not sure which one it is. Okay, maybe, hopefully. All right, so what I started with was a piece of basic black cardstock. So remember, all of the dimensions are gonna post in a full PDF for you later on this afternoon on my blog at chickstamper.com. So go there and you'll get all the directions and the measurements. So what I did is I had this piece here, but we've got these really cute dies. So I ran it through my die machine just like this in order to get the piece that has the spaces in it. And then I ran it through that cute cobweb embossing folder. So that's how I got this top piece. So I just want to show you that. And then see how pretty that is underneath, those different colors? That's from that designer paper. So I just cut a piece that's a little bit smaller than the black so that I could mount it behind it and then make our cute things to go on top and stamp our tree and things. So that's what we're gonna do. Such a fun set. So first so we've already got this piece here. So we can put it right down on top of this, and I'm just gonna use my, and this is cute. I'm using the embossed, but you could use the debossed side as well. So it's really whatever you like. I like to say that, right? No right or wrong. Do it the way you like it, and that's gonna help you love your card more. Let's make sure I don't have any adhesive hanging over. That looks good. Okay, so I want my light color on the bottom. And I'm not trying to have an edge, I just want to cover everything up. So I want to make sure that I'm over so that the black, there we go. I don't want that piece of designer paper to show. Perfect. So as long as I can see it through here, then that's gonna work. So let me get my silicone sheet because I do have a little adhesive on it. I don't want it to stick to the table. All right, let's put it this way for you. I think that'll be easier for you to see. And what I need to do is stamp this tree. So this stamp with the owl and the spider, I'm gonna stamp right here. And then I'm also gonna stamp it on Whisper White so that I can get the owl and the spider, color them, and then pop them up on top. So we're gonna use our Memento ink because we're just gonna be coloring things. And when we use our alcohol markers, our Stampin' blends, we wanna use the Memento ink for that. Okay, so I'm just gonna stamp this right over. If I get any on the black, obviously it's not gonna show, and that's okay. So this looks good. All right, and then I want to stamp that same stamped image one more time on my Whisper White. Because then I'm going to take, let's see, this die, and it fits right over it, okay? So in preparation, I've already done that, but I just want to show you the steps. And let me find, so we've got this little guy and that little guy. First of all, and then we'll do the same thing with the pumpkin for this. Okay, so now let's get him colored with our Stampin' blends. So I'm using Smoky Slate and Dark Mango on this owl, and then I'll use the Dark Smoky Slate on the little spider. So when I use my Stampin' blends, I just kind of usually go around in little circles. If I'm gonna, excuse me, if I'm gonna be shading. So let's shade a little bit of this owl, and I'll show you what I mean. So for me, I kind of just use my dark wherever the little lines are in an image. I trust that the concept artist, I know they know what they're talking about way more than me as far as doing anything artistic. And then I generally kind of just come in and do some squiggles because I wanted to kind of make a little shadow on this side. Then my light Smoky Slate, I can just kind of fill in. And if I do little circles, the harder I press, it's gonna allow me to kind of blend so that you don't see the line. Sometimes it squeaks a little. I just want it a little darker in that area, not a crisp line delineation of where the dark and light stop. So there are a few different techniques. Some people like to start with their light marker. I like to start with the dark color and work my way to the light and just kind of blend in the dark. So it's okay if you do it a different way, as long as you like your outcome. You can do it however you want. But see how he's a little darker on this side? So it's a little shadow there. Okay, and this is the dark one, so I'm just gonna color in that spider. Excuse me. Okay, so then I can use my black dimensionals, and I'm just gonna use a little piece for the spider, a little half of one. And if I use black dimensionals, we know then it doesn't show up as much. So just put that over here, and let's get some black for this guy. Maybe a couple smalls. This time of year, you gotta have your black dimensionals ready to go. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it right over, and then I probably could have done it first. It might have made a little more sense, but I wanna color in that tree branch. So I'm just gonna use a soft suede, but I've got my light one out. And I'm just coloring just a little bit. Coloring on top of that designer paper. Obviously you've got a little bit of color there. So I just wanted to kind of make it brown. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it's just nice to have a little change in color there. Again, I probably could have done that first, but that's all right. Okay, so now you can see that part's done. So we're gonna do the same thing for our little pumpkin. So I pre-stamped and pre-cut him. Let's pull him out. He's pretty cute. So we'll get him colored. So the same idea. Let's see, I'm gonna use my darker one on these lines, and I'm using Mango Melody again. And you might think, why aren't you using pumpkin pie? That really does make a lot more sense probably. But Mango Melody is just in the colors of the card. So I knew that it would work in the end. I just kind of, again, I'm kind of trusting Stampin' Up! With what they've done already. I didn't get my dark on this part, did I? We want those lines to kind of show. So I love using these Stampin' Blend alcohol markers. It just makes me feel like I can do it. Where I'm not a very good artist, I can't really draw or things like that, but when I use these, it makes it look like I really did a lot. So the more I press down when I'm trying to blend the two light and dark shades together, then you'll hear it be a little squeaky. And then I'm gonna do the eyes of the owl. Okay, now we'll do him a little bit more. And I'm just kind of putting some dark, and then I'm gonna come back in with the light. Just so that he's not solid 100% the same color. There we go. And the stem, I'm gonna use a soft suede on. And I'm gonna do it on the eyes too, just because I used the Mango Melody for his body, or the outside of the pumpkin, I should say. And if I brought in a pumpkin pie color or something for the inside, it probably wouldn't show very well. So let me just catch this up right there. There we go. Okay, so cute. So let's get some dimensionals on the back of this cute pumpkin. And we'll put him on our card. So it really doesn't take too long. You could be a colorer with the Stampin' Blend alcohol markers, somebody who's very precise, or you can be somebody who just gets it done. So you get to do it your way, however you like. But I thought that was pretty cute. Okay, so let me show you what I've done for the letters for the boo. Okay, so we've got these playful alphabet, and these are what the letters look like. So I took And because I was gonna make a few cards, I used my whole sheet. So the adhesive sheets come in a pack like this, and you get 5 different sheets in one pack. So I took out one pack, and then I cut my Whisper white cardstock, and I removed the top layer. So then this is sticky. I removed the top layer, and I put my Whisper white cardstock down onto it. So I have a solid sheet to cut on. So then I cut out my letters. So while they're on here, you can see here, it's easier for me to color, I believe. So I'm gonna start at the top with my darkest color, which is, I'm using Rich Razzleberry and then the Mango Melody. So dark and light of both colors. So I'm just gonna start at the top, and I can go over because nobody's gonna care. It's just a lot easier to color this way. And you don't have to be exact. We're trying to just be a little abstract and have fun with this. But I want to kind of blend these colors on the line so that they don't really have those, you know, extra lines between the dark and light colors. So it starts with a line, but then if I blend it, that line blends in, you can see, and then it just is going to look so pretty. And it doesn't have to be exact. In fact, if you've got kids in your house, little kids, this would be a fun thing to let them do because you kind of want to, you really can't go wrong with it. It's a fun way for them to help out. Now I'm actually even going over, you can see, because why not? There's no wrong or right. We just want it to be cute and colorful. Get in the bottom of this part right here. And then after we do this, then we're actually gonna also put some Wink of Stella on these letters to kind of bedazzle them a little bit. Okay, let me show you the card I did previously. And can you see if I move it around a little that it's glittery? That's because I used my Wink of Stella on those letters. Okay, so now it fits exactly in this top space. So I don't have to really worry about where to put them. I know I need to go right up against the edge and put the letters right next to each other. These are so stinking cute. So I'm just gonna put my exclamation point down on this other side. And that will kind of also help me put the O, when I go to put the O's in, have a better feel for where those are gonna go. But I'm pretty sure they're just gonna sneak up right against each other. Isn't that fun? You guys let me know if you've done this already with these adhesive sheets because they're pretty darn cool. Okay, so now I'm just gonna use my Wink of Stella and get some glitter on there and bling them up a little. And because they're on basically their own dimensional, they're soft, they're squishy, so they're easy to mail. They're not a hard, even though they're raised. They'll squish down once they get in an envelope. Isn't that fun? I love it. Okay. So I hope you'll get some of these adhesive sheets because they're pretty darn cool. Get those out of the way for you. So we've got a piece of Mango Melody to nest this on, and that just helps pop all of these yellows in here. get a little bit more adhesive on the back. And then we're ready to put it on our card base. And I've got basic black for our card base. So a little bit more adhesive. There we go. Alrighty, what do you think? Isn't that cute? So, to save on time, you've already seen me color. I already stamped and colored the inside for the card. And I did the same thing for the envelope, but I want to show you something. So see when the alcohol blends bleed through a little bit, which we don't care because this is going down inside our card and nobody will see and it's not a big deal. But if we did that on our envelope, it would be a big deal if it bled through our envelope. So I take one of, just a same size piece, it doesn't matter really, but just a piece of scratch paper, that's thick. So I use cardstock, I put it inside the envelope, and then I color. So that when I remove it, a little bit gets on this sheet, and that's okay. This is just my scrap paper. I use it for lots of envelopes before I toss it. But then my envelope is nice and clean. So keep that in mind. That way you can still decorate and color on your envelopes. Okay, so card number 1. Nice job. Love it. Card number 2. Remember these tags that we cut out when we cut these? I want to use these tags, right? Well, I want to use one of them at least. So the big one from this top spot, we're going to use on this card. And then I cut an additional medium one out of the mango to use in this bottom spot. So that's where that came from. Okay, let's get the pieces for this card. This one's cute. This guy, so he's got like a vampire cape. So you could certainly color that cape a different color, purple or red. But for this particular card and the colors I was using, I wanted to keep it gray just to match the owl. And I suppose, obviously some owls are brown. Animals are, when I make cards, are kind of like flowers. I may not be coloring them correctly, but I'm coloring them to go with my card. And that makes me happy. So this owl is gray, which I'm sure somewhere there are some gray owls. All right, so our back piece of Mango Melody is the same size as we used on our first card, but this one I ran through the Cobwebs embossing folder. So let's get a basic black card base. But you can see that now I'm using some more of this same Artistry Blooms designer paper. I'm just using the Granny Apple Green piece, but look at on the back. I mean, it's really fun paper. And I'm gonna put it here, and then we'll put some ribbon there. And then I'll show you what else I did. So this is a 2-inch strip, and I just left a little bit of that mango on the bottom just to kind of help balance my eye, but you can do whatever you want. I love this glitter organdy ribbon, right? We had it last year in the catalog, and it's so nice to have it back because it's so fun and pretty, perfect for Halloween. So I want to show you, it's kind of hard to see it. I put a bow over it. I brought this ribbon, I attached it on this side, and then I brought it over and underneath the yellow but above the black tag and up through this little tag hole. So we got a little work to do before we can get that ready to go. So let's see, so here's our tags. The black one I can put down because it's just gonna go down flat. And it's gonna go about right here. Okay, and then our Mango Melody, we want to stamp Have a Hoot on Halloween. Alrighty. So that's good. And then I want to put it up with dimensionals. I want it to pop. So let's get a couple of dimensionals. And I'm kind of leaving a little bit of space in the middle for the ribbon. So let's see how that works, because it's a little tricky. All right, so let me get a little bit of adhesive on this piece. Okay, and here's my ribbon. I'm just going for the center of the designer paper here. So that's in place now. So now I've got all the tabs pulled on my dimensionals, so they're sticky. So I want to go under, but I want to go up through here. And I don't know why I did this, but I just thought it was kind of fun since it's a tag, I guess. If I can get it through there. There we go. All right, so I kind of want to pull the ribbon snug though, so that I can get my tag on exactly where I want. And then pull this snug and get that done behind. And we're gonna put a bow over this as well, right? You can see here I've got a bow there. Okay, so that part's done, so that's good. So the other thing I wanna do before we attach this to our card base is get our tree on. So the tree is from the Silhouette Framelits. But we don't need the whole thing. So I'm just gonna attach some mini dimensionals here and put it down, and then I can just trim off what we don't use. So these minis fit right up perfectly along the trunk. And then I cut some in half to kind of use a little bit further up. Because I wanted to kind of keep putting some on there. And let's see, maybe a couple. No, I guess we don't need any on that side because this is the side that's going to go on. So we'll go from there, and then I can add some more if we need to. But again, aren't these great? Obviously, because they're black. If it were to kind of hang out a little bit, you wouldn't really even notice. Okay, so let's see what we like, because we can do whatever we want. I think that looks kind of good. So let's trim off. Let's see where to start. So when I send you your kit, you'll have a whole tree in it, and when you go to put it on, you can decide where to trim it, okay? And it's all right. Whatever you decide is just fine. Okay, so there's our tree. Now, I wanted to show you that I took the, let me get my, there we go. The spider web. So this die comes in this HOOT set. And then what I did is I just used the top layer that I had pulled off on my adhesive sheet, and I put it down, making sure that my top is up, and I used the Wink of Stella on that spider web. Now we do have black glitter paper in our mini this year for Halloween, and so you could certainly cut it out of that as well. But I just thought we're already using Wink of Stella on our first card. We should just keep using it. And by having it down on this sheet, it's not gonna make a mess or anything. I won't have to wash up extra Wink of Stella anywhere. Okay. So this, I'm just going to use one of our black mini Stampin' Dimensionals right on the back side. Again, if it shows through the holes, you really won't be able to tell. And wherever you really want to put it, there's no wrong or right, that's just fine. Okay, so I've done the same thing for our owl. I stamped him and then I cut him out. And all we need to do is color him, okay? So some Mango Melody again, whoops, for his eyes. I tend to color mostly with this blunt side. Some people only color with the brush side. I love that we have choices. So you could do whatever you like. And then our dark smoky slate. And again, this is where I'm making his cape the same color as him. And I'm just coloring pretty abstract because he is an owl, for goodness sake. He doesn't have to be perfect. And now with my lighter color, I'm gonna blend those lines between the dark and the light. And again, the harder I push, the squeakier it is. So that's why it's noisy. I'm just pressing down a little bit as I try and blend. So I hope you try out these alcohol markers. Maybe you already own some, but they're just so nice. They really can make anybody. They can make me feel like I am doing something pretty cool. They can make anybody feel like an artist. If I'm doing something really precise, I have to take off my glasses and get my nose right on top of it so I can see really well. But today, I know that these shapes, well, I have colored in a few already, so I think that probably helps my eyes know where to go. But see how there's just different colors? I like that. It's kind of variegated again. Okay, so now we get to put him wherever we want. He can kind of just hide between some of these branches. We're gonna use some of our black dimensionals again, and see how this bled through? That's because I was pressing pretty hard to blend him. But it's supposed to do that, so don't worry. All right, so where do you think he should go? Maybe like here? He's pretty cute. Okay, so let's put this on our card base. Usually I don't wait until everything's so lumpy, but for this card and the one previous, it just made more sense to wait before we put it on the card base. And I like having that nice wide black edge. I think it just helps it pop. So cute. So let's put some rhinestones on. And we can put, let's see. It kind of pulls out the glitter, I think, in the ribbon when we do this, so that's good. I like that. Put one right here in the middle of that cobweb. I love how well my take your pick tool works on these. Just picks them right up for me. All right, so we've got 5. Remember, 3 or 5 is generally what you're going for. Just keeps things balanced. And so I did do the same thing again where I already stamped and colored, so you didn't have to watch me color him twice. And I did the same thing for the envelope. But when you do color on your envelope, remember to get an extra scrap of paper in there inside so that it will pick up the extra ink. And otherwise it will bleed through to the back of your envelope. Okay, let's get some adhesive on this. There we go. Okay, you guys, what do you think? Aren't they cute? I think they're very cute this week. Alrighty, so I always have a thank you gift that coordinates with our card kit. So every Tuesday, I send out card kits to everybody who's placed an online order or has emailed me and I help with your order or text because I want to just show my appreciation and say thank you. So on Tuesday, card kits will go out with the packets, everything you need for these cards, except the stamps and ink. You'll have to just use what you have at home, but I'll already have your letters cut out so you can color them. And this little treat will be completed as a thank you and in your bag for you. When your order is over 35, that's how you qualify. If your order is over 50, then you'll also get a pack of champagne rhinestones. That's just this month's extra bonus gift, if you will. So this little treat, I use the Celebration dies, the Celebration Labels dies, and it's got a little Tootsie Roll in there, but any kind of treat would work. But you can see that I've scored it and just put a cute little tag on it for Halloween. Remember, every Tuesday I post to my YouTube page the how-to video for what I made and what I gave away for the weekend. So this particular video will post on Tuesday, how to make this cute little treat holder. And you can make it for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, obviously just changing it up. But the basics will be on that video for you. And while you're there, please, you guys, like and subscribe to my YouTube page. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow it, and it is growing. So thank you so much. If you've recently subscribed, I really appreciate it. Let's see, let me move you back up. I kind of think I'm all done for today. All right. Thanks, you guys. Oh, hi, Christine. Thank you. I so appreciate you guys watching. It's been fun this week to work with this bundle. I'm not sure. Next week. Oh, gosh. Next week, it's all about Christmas. And the whole week, I've got some different projects using the Tag Buffet stamp set, which goes with the tags. Pretty sure it's called Tag Buffet. Darn it, I should have looked first. The kit that we have in our mini this year for tags. So I'll show you those tags that I've made that are completed and some fun projects that I've made the last month or so, as well as the cards that we're going to do next Friday. So all with the same stamp set that goes with that kit as well. So I'll be posting different things during the week. And I can't wait because it's really been fun. Fun to get some Christmas stuff. And remember that when I do a Christmas card class on Fridays, I always make sure one of them is a gift card holder so that by the time Christmas comes, you should have several gift card holders in your stash and ready to go. Probably more important this year. So probably, for cash or gift cards, whatever. So I hope that you come by next Friday as well. Thanks so much, you guys. I really appreciate you watching today. Have a wonderful weekend. Love you lots. Take care. Bye-bye.